Hello. Once again, we are back. Game number 2 of our Galorants Community League powered by Elgato. We are in Icebox, and it's Moon Raccoons Black taking on Team Moo Moo with Moon Raccoons Black claiming the first match in bind. I'm Sajidine, joined by Sleepy.
Hello.
What up? Hello.
Yeah. Looking at the performance on last game, Moon Raccoons Black just kind of did very well for themselves. And so I'm wondering how it will pan out on their map pick of Icebox. But you know what? This is such I guess, a map where it's not decided because it feels like it's up for the taking for anyone. If you ever wanted to have a map that was just kind of it's a wild map and I think it's very good.
Yeah.
Um Moo Moo is on the attacker side, and so I'm kind of hopeful for, I guess, more of a lean towards their side because I think they have potential for taking it, especially with, I guess, the picks that they have. Omen and Jet are very strong for this map. They can kind of take control of the angles that can be played due to the movement that they are allowed.
Yeah, and we're even noticing a little bit of agent adjustments here. The three duelist lineup that uh, Moon Raccoon's Black originally had, they're now having Diana on a Sage when she was a Reyna last game.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
gonna
like
be
she's a
Battle
very
Sage.
yeah. Diana just performed very well, so I'm wondering if she's gonna still do that on Sage. I mean, it'd be crazy.
I am all for it, but it looks like A site is the site of choice to start things off. Utilities flying everywhere, smokes are down, blinds are out, but it is Maddie that finds the first shot. Fanini evens things out. That spike still in play here. They want to get it up cheekily up top up here, but Cho getting pinged. She has to drop back down again. Still getting pinged. She just wants to get that spike down.
Yeah, that is gonna delay a little bit. It's just a little bit of pestering on Karuna's part.
That has to feel good, but it's a 4v3 and health sitting so low for the side of MRB, but Sage will use her heal to get Panina back up in play. Puts up a wall of herself. Panini finds one, evens things out, but look at that triple kill, eventually locking it down and securing the first round for Moo Moo.
Yeah, and I really want to commend Moo Moo's positioning on that because, I mean, MRB tried to close them off, but Moo Moo had such an advantage in that they played angles where it was just very, I guess, viewable to them what was going on. Below Hell with the Sage Wall, they were able to defend from a very, I guess, close angle while maintaining the safety. And so it was just very good playing. Now we will be
Yeah.
seeing Aileen with a bunch of Spectres, and I don't know how this is going to play out, Saj.
Well, if you're rooting for Team Moo Moo, you're hoping that it plays out exactly the way it did the first round here. Once again, Maddie opening things up with that Leer. Smokes and orbs already slowing things down as they make their way onto site. But no bodies. As I say that, bodies now dropping. Both sides, 3v3, make that a 2v3 with that spike in control of the defenders. But just like that, Maddie and Alita gets some kills. She finds the last and 2 points now for Moo Moo.
Oh my goodness. And looking at this now, I mean, Maddie, she's doing so well as the Reina. I feel like giving her the duelist role on this map specifically has just kind of turned her on. I mean, that does not sound. She's doing good right now. She's performing well, and so I think that's definitely pulling the rounds in their favor.
Exactly. Reina in the hands of a fragger is very scary stuff for sure, and they will just keep playing the same thing over and over until it stops working, but Panini will find the opening pick. And Lori has to fly off, slow it down. She just does have that Bucky. But the rotations already from Moo Moo. Oh, look at Flowerful though. She hears them. They'd have no idea that she's there. Finds 2 for herself and spike control.
Well, this is a round turn in MRB's favor. Flowerful's pushing up, not getting checked on. It's quintessential to that.
Yep. But Cho will find one. Maddie on the flank as well, but now she's on her lonesome. Will get shut down, and that is the first point on the board for Moon Raccoon's Black.
Yeah, and that was also in part due to just, I guess, such a strong hold that they felt the need to rotate off. I mean, once you saw all the bodies dropping, it was just a quick fight onto A side. Rotations are coming out so early because of this. And so now I'm wondering if they'll adapt to that quick rotation, try and play off of that.
Yeah. And rifles in the hands of everybody on the map here. It is round 3. And let's see how everything opens up. Ooh. Looks like... Yeah, looks like the side of choice might be B side here, but Flowerful, stronghold, will take down 2 before finally being removed. And just like that, Moo Moo down to 2 will bring Alita back to kind of even up these numbers here. It's a 3v3, but they do have spike control, Moo Moo, and they're gonna fall back a little bit.
Oh, and Omen will get this read. Panini.
Yeah, from the shadows is used trying to scout the rest of the play, and they will find one. It's a 2v3 with Spike still not making its way onto site. And that feels a little tough here. Posture 2, Maid connects. 2v2 right now, but she is sitting so low. Panini shuts Alita down with spike control, very much aware. And it's all up to Maid. She's gonna fall back a little bit here. Not enough. Now it's a tie game for MRB.
Yep, 2-2. And I think just the power of pinching Moo Moo in that small area, they were getting watched from multiple angles, but more importantly, Flowerful's picks at the beginning just immediately pulling the round to MRB's favor. That was just very, very good, very well played. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they want to make their way back onto the site that they've gotten their 2 rounds, and that is A. But Lori, though, with that sheriff, finds the head of her doppelganger. And Panini answers one with herself. They're so aggressive right now, just pushing through, shutting down whatever attempt of Moo Moo to make it through.
Yeah, I don't know how she got away with that.
Spike down A.
Oh. That feels rough.
Yeah, flawless round for the defenders, pulling it towards their favor, along with some very heavy buys on their part. So, of course, they had a bit of an advantage in regards to, I guess, gunpowder. But now we will see equal buys by the side of Moo Moo. Hopefully, they can try and take this back. And I think they're going more towards an alien because the KJ is present on B side. So, I don't think you really want to be aggressing that.
Yeah. But now they're gonna have to deal with the operator in the hands of Lori, which is very, very scary.
Ooh, from this angle too. Oh no, just barely.
It's a crouch peek, you know, a little like side peek here, but Lori so good with that operator. Will connect, finds herself her first kill, and just like that, again, Moo Moo
You should run.
kind of on a stall here. They're gonna use lockdown all the way onto B site, but that Spike sitting on the other side of the map. I think they're hoping for a rotation fake here.
Might just come out because we do have two already making some ground onto A, but seems like Karuna's anchoring.
Yep. Empress is now used, trying to see if they can get control of A site. Maddie spots one by the screens. Rest of her team already trying to rotate over, but they get spot by Diana, just holding down middle. I don't even think they know Spike is sitting just back there, and Maddie on her lonesome has to face 4. And that's just a very hard matchup, and that is now 4-2 for Team MRB.
And the thing is, I think they can't really rotate off when they're at a woman disadvantage, because looking at how MRB chooses to play, they cut off any chance of a rotate. I mean, you saw how Cho met somebody in the middle. Like, it was obvious that they were playing for, I guess, a fake out. And so all MRB needed was somebody to play patient at middle to get the read. That's all they need.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
And now, I mean, it's still a split, but now Spike's on the other side.
Yeah. And this is interesting because it seems like there's
Here.
less of a presence at B, but also it's less risky because if there's a huge rotate, this could be good for them.
Yeah. It's a 3v4 so far onto A side, but that's Spike on the other side of the map. But utilities expended
Yeah, look at
on
these
B
rotates.
with that,
Oh.
with that wall up. They know, they're like, we're not taking this fight. We're gonna go where the Spike is.
That's such a risky play though, because usually you'd want Spike with more people. It's just a quick read.
Yep. MRB. Looks like they're gonna fall back. No, Team Moo Moo's gonna fall back because MRB made that rotations. But just look at the way MRB's positioned, though. They have
Seconds left.
all sites still in control. And these picks already coming to fruition here. And Maid will get one pick from her blades, but will eventually fall.
That
It's
is
now
another
5-2.
round.
Yep.
And this is interesting because right now, Moo Moo is going to need all the power that they can to kind of take any advantage away from MRB. I mean, they have such a strong economic advantage. They have an op up. It's going to be difficult to take this back.
Alarm bot out.
Mm-hmm.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah.
Placing swarm grenade.
Now it feels like they're thinking that the split pushes aren't working, and so they're going more for a straight A push than anything. Making noise while they're at it.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Lori finds one from Maddie. Cho will bring her back. So this is still an even round. All these utilities flying out. They want to push through, but they're not getting picks just yet. And this is already a rotation from MRB. Showstopper is used, will connect. And Karuna now make that a triple for her before being removed, but that Spike is in the control of MRB. And Cho on her lonesome, trying to stay alive. They're not gonna let her.
Again, a quick retake on MRB's part. And I think at this point they're gonna have to take another loss because of the weaponry, but I'm wondering what they can choose to do to kind of try and negate that, because we have not seen any kind of mid presence from Team Moo Moo. I mean, they could try and do that and kind of play off in kitchen where it's a little bit closer in regards to gunfights, but at the same time half the battle is getting there, and looking at this positioning on Lori, that's going to be a big battle.
Yeah. They read that. They know that they have to play a lot more aggressive given their saves. So Lori changed up her sight, but doesn't matter. They smoke her out. Maddie actually with the open kill. Lori not able to connect in kitchen, but it's Flowerful over at B site now, taking that double for herself, shutting that spike. Maddie on the flank finds one, not realizing someone's below her. It's a
Tricky
2v3
positioning
now.
on
Mhm.
Snowman.
Here.
Yeah. They want to get that spike, but it's a little bit dicey knowing that they'd have to cross
Sentry.
with that operator. Tries to swing through. Turret finally cleans her out. And Karuna locks it in now. It is 7-2 for Moon Raccoon's Black.
Yep. Turret getting the second to last say on that. And that's just, again, another piece of pressure that you can apply with KJ's utility. I mean, Flowerful has been so good about keeping these strong kind of anchors on the site. And so it seems like Moo Moo can't really do much about it. And so they have to kind of send everything full force, especially with them electing to choose A so often. I think they're just, it's hard to fight against Flowerful's hold.
Right? Yeah, Team Moo Moo, I think a little bit flustered here. They're going to try once again push their way onto A site, but the hold that Moon Raccoon's Black are doing, making it very difficult for them. Karuna Panini already opening it up. Maid will find one for herself here, but it's now back to a 2v4. But Maddie on the flank grabs one, flicks with the other, takes Diana out. Manages to make this a 2v2. But Lori, operator in hand, finally shuts her down.
Made all alone. No spike.
I got the spike.
They just got it.
Yeah, she's gonna try and make the plant as safe as possible here, but they're just gonna push her.
30 seconds left.
Sheriff in hand, Lori claims another round for Moon Raccoon's Black.
And that's interesting because Lori didn't even choose to try and play on her life. You know, she baited that so well, and she still got the kill at the end. All they needed to do was just kind of put a little bit more pressure and stall out for time, and that's exactly what they had to. That's exactly what they did. Now we're looking at 8-2.
Yeah. A lot of utilities available as well. A lot of ultimates available for Moon Raccoon's Black, but Maddie on her Empress, she is only sitting with that Sheriff right now. This is another save round for them, but Lori finds another with Cho, and they're just like that, forces the Empress from Maddie with a Sheriff, but Turret spots her out, and eventually will fall to the rifle of Panini.
Yeah, and that's not a player you want to lose. She's been doing a lot of work, making huge impact, and so having her down early is not looking good for Moo Moo.
Yeah. Oh no, that pain shells as well does a lot of damage during that spike plant, but lockdown will be used as they try to clear out. Lori already on the flank will find one, and just like that, cleaning house. Moon Raccoon's Black will take another round after this defuse.
And I'm surprised because I didn't have to use like a lot of ults for that. It was just quick KJ ult, applying pressure where you either push that or you completely give up bomb, which at this point, once you've committed that far, I mean, it's not worth it to, I guess, give it up entirely.
Yeah, and you have to be a little bit frustrated here if you're Team Moo Moo. You had such a strong start, but it just seems like Moon Raccoon's Black reading everything that they want to do. They go push A site. Lori with the operator is there. They swap it out. She's already there on the other side. Like, what do you do? It has to be so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking sight.
You should run.
Looks like they want to commit here. A lockdown
Yeah.
used to open up B site. A lot of utility being burned. But they want to get that spike down as the lockdown is still kicking through. Ooh. Made finds Flowerful in the back. A little bit of an advantage. Finally looking towards Team Moo Moo here. But Diana brings it back with that res. Lori, so aggressive with her Blade Storm, finds one, will find another with that Sheriff. Karuna double kill on that Showstopper. And just like that, it's all up to Cho.
Kill my ally.
She'll bring back a friend for being removed, but Spike already diffused. It doesn't even matter.
Oh no. And that's gonna be halftime. And you know what she said about them having such an early advantage? I think that was in part because Moon Raccoon's Black wasn't used to their playstyle on this map. I mean, you saw on a bind that it was the usual kind of trying to go bit default. And now, since they're kind of changing it up, going more for straight sends instead of anything really tricky like a default, they're getting red more. And so now it's just MRB adjusting.
Yeah. And they do such a good job just adjusting, as you said, their plays to answer to whatever Team Moo Moo is giving them. But now it's Moon Raccoon's Black. It's their turn to push through to A site and get that spike down. And they're just gonna hyper aggressive push their way through onto B site because Killjoy postured up on A site. They don't have to deal with that pesky utility here.
Now it's just a post plant. Spike is down.
These pistol battles coming out. Bodies have not dropped just yet. As I say that, Cho and Panini find one for themselves respectively. Make that 2. One more for the other. It's a back and forth here as that spike ticks away. Diffuse is up. Can't even get it to half before being removed. And then now it's a 1v1. But Maid, she has to stick it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And all Flowerful had to do was wait for the commitment. And so that was just a very quick execute, but they did lose a lot of players during that round, which, I mean, it's good in the end because economically it's better if you die on a pistol round since you do get more money. But at the same time, that's a very strong showing from Moo Moo because it shows that they were that close to getting the defuse. I mean, just a little bit more pressure, they would have been able to do so.
For sure. And it looks like MRB wanting to do mid presence here. Heavy on the mid, all 5 running through. And Maid, she's going to have to face through a lot of that. But Alita, with the help of her turret, picks up 2. It's suddenly just a 1v3 here. And Karuna, with no spike control, has to deal with the push.
Oh no. Oh,
She'll
she got
engage, find these 1v1s. Evens it up a little bit for her, and they need to be careful. You don't want to give her those 1v1s. Maddie, great play with her Leer. Baits it out, finds the kill, and gets 3 points for Team Moo Moo.
That's another round for Team Moo Moo. And also, that was the light buy from Team MRB, so they are going to have to save a little more this round, which does put Team Moo Moo a little more at equivalency.
Am I seeing this right? Is that a force? They are forcing on the side of Team MRB. They want to claim this round for themselves against the bonus that Moo Moo is trying to do. Same play as always, pushing down middle. All the smokes, but Lori will connect, finds herself another, and just like that, 4v3 as they take on A site. Maddie on the flank evens things out.
They don't know the positioning, so they're gonna have to play very carefully off of each other.
That is true. Oh, look at this. The positioning here, a little bit split up. Maddie finds, oh my god, not able to connect Powerful, but she manages to get her utility off, but Icho gets that triple.
The lone survivor of that just gun fest. Oh my.
Probably not even realizing there's a phantom lying in there, but that's okay. They will take the win. Good
And
lord.
they will take the gun advantage in that situation. Look at this. They are able to afford these buys. And so going up against MRB's kind of save round, because they did force into that majorly, I mean, that's going to be a huge hit to them. So this might be another round, especially we have made on the op, which I don't think we've seen so far.
No, we have not. That is gonna be... Oh, just like that, Lori finds Alita as she was still trying to position herself correctly. That's Killjoy down. No, her utility useless on A. Spike goes down. Blades expended. Showstopper.
Yeah.
Hoping to connect, not finding anybody, but that spike is ticking away and pressure is on for Team Moo Moo to get on it.
Oh, look at this positioning. They're just spread out everywhere. One peek from one corner, another peek from another corner. They're gonna be a pestering force.
Absolutely. Maid, though, will find one. Misses on her Blade Storm, but that Killjoy utility is still burning through. They can't hit that spike, but the Bulldog finds two, but they can't get the spike.
Made 5 health, barely saves the op.
Match point.
They were just taking whatever they could. Spike was down so low, they did not have the time to do so. And it was just, I couldn't believe that positioning, because once I saw that, I felt like the minute that I do anything, if I tap the bomb, 5 different people would peek out from 5 different corners. It was insane.
Exactly. And they had so little utility that they could use to kind of assist them with that. I think at that point, a lot of the smoke from Chicken was already expended, so she was a little bit of a cooldown, so she couldn't protect the spike. Didn't matter though, because Killjoy utility burning on top of it. Oh, that has to be so frustrating.
And so now we are looking at an A side lean, which we do have KJ utility down on A this time, so I'm interested. Lita's gonna try and anchor this with her utility, and I wonder if they will get the read on this, or they will try and force despite it.
Yep. Well, Flowerful opens it up, finds Chicken on the back, and they'll force Maid away. Oh, she's sitting on top of all of that utility too. Lockdown as well in play. Cho bringing back the Chicken, but the rest of MRB already rotating away. Are they gonna just commit on the flank, or are they actually gonna take it all the way to B? Looks like it is B.
Yeah, and Moo Moo will get the read on that. Oh, Flowerful.
Oh, looks away though, but Turret has her back.
Spike planted.
But that spike now down. Alita finally will find Flowerful and take her out, and it is a 4v4.
That Flowerful was in mid. That could have been so big because look at how open Rotisserie Chicken was.
Yep. Cho will find Lori. They'll tap that spike. Dory, though, being brought back, but it is Alita on her lonesome. Not enough. And just like that, Moon Raccoon's Black claims another victory against Team Moo Moo, making it a 2-0 for our opening matches on
Yeah.
GCL.
And that was a very strong showing on like the part of Moon Raccoon's Black, but not from any individual player because we saw such vast difference between top performers on both maps. I mean, roles were switched around, and so seeing how that played out, they didn't frag out as much because it wasn't complete duelist setup like before, but they did have stronger holds because of it.
Yeah, exactly. That is correct. And with that, that is our last game for the day here for our Galorants Community League. Shout out to Elgato for powering us. Giving us all of that Elgato power. Thank you so much. Do keep in mind, with Elgato being our partner this time around, winners of each division, they'll be taking home a little bit of cash and a little bit of some sweet, sweet Elgato products. If you want to check out some of these products, !Elgato in chat. Check that out. Support us, support them, so that we can continue giving you all of these fantastic matches here in our community league. If you are very interested in participating in some of these matches or events and all of our tournaments coming up, Discord in chat. Join us. We are a female inclusive community, close to 7,000 members now. It's getting very exciting.